Yes. Once again, good morning, all. My name is Swamy Naidu. I'm teaching UI technologies, REACTJS, Angular, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These technologies I'm handling from past 2 years. Okay. Today we are going to discuss what is REACTJS and what are the functionalities we can implement with REACTJS. These concepts I will brief you. Okay. So first of all, before starting the discussion of this, we should know something about client-server architecture. Just let me open the note once. Yes. Now, see, if you take any website, okay, so we are going to discuss first of all, this is React.js session. So what is React.js? Okay. So it is a client-side script to implement dynamic websites. Yes. So React.js is nothing but a client-side script we are using to implement dynamic websites. So what is client-side script? That we should know first of all. Okay. So if we take any website, okay, at the time of development, we have two phases. What the first phase? Design phase. And the second one is coding phase. Like that, every website, we have two phases. First phase is nothing but design phase. And second one is coding phase. You got it? Yes. In design phase, we are creating user interfaces. In design phase, we are creating user interfaces. Okay. So user interfaces. What is user interface? Nothing is there. For example, if you open any website like fb.com, Facebook, I've opened. Now you can see this page we are calling as user interface. And this page contains controls like username dash box, password dash box, okay, button, like that. These type of controls it contains. Is it clear? Yes. Like that, Gmail, if you open, it also contains some controls. Like that here, thing is, every page contains some design script. So that comes under user interface. To create the user interface, what are the technologies in companies they are using? HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, these type of technologies. So if you take HTML, we are using HTML to display the controls like this username dash box, password dash box, button, and this is one more button like that. So you can place the paragraphs, okay, and heading tags, everything, okay, including controls like text box, button, etc. So those are all we are placing with the help of user interface, means HTML. Okay, so CSS, for example, if you observe, this is button which contains background color blue, and this button contains background color green. So these type of background styles and some other styles, so you want to provide, then we are taking the support of CSS. CSS we are using to apply styles on the HTML controls. Yes, CSS we are using to apply styles on the HTML controls. And next one, Bootstrap is there. Bootstrap is providing predefined styles. Okay, so we can directly apply on the HTML controls and responsive web pages. You want to create the responsive web pages, then we are using Bootstrap. Responsive means compatibility of web page with any device like desktop, mobile, or tab. So if we develop a website, that website user may open in desktop or he may use mobile or any other device. So your website should be compatible with that device. In that point of view, we are using Bootstrap. Like that, so this is design view. In this design view, these are the technologies. So UI designer using to work with the screens, okay, to design the screens. That's the first phase. Second phase is coding. Yes. So in coding phase, we are implementing business logics. Okay. Yeah. Complete logics, everything we're implementing this coding phase. So here two types of logics we have. One is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. Like that, we have two types of scriptings. One is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. Remember this. This is very, very important concept. So in website, if you go to that coding phase, so in coding phase, we are implementing two types of scriptings. First one is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. What is client-side script? Okay. This script executes in client system with the help of browser. Yes. So client-side script executes where? In the client system with the help of browser. Yes. So it executes with the help of browser. For example, if we take JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, all this comes under client-side scripts. Yes, JavaScript, React, or Angular, all these technologies comes under client-side scripts, where this script executes in client system. For example, I opened Facebook. Now I am the client of Facebook. Yes, so I'm using browser like Chrome. I'm using to open this one. You can use Chrome or Firefox or any other browser. Okay. Now in Facebook, they implemented each and every page using both client-side as well as server-side scripting languages. So what is the client-side script they use in the Facebook website? That is downloading into my browser. So client-side script downloads into client's browser and executes there. Got it. One simple diagram I will show you. For example, this is one website. Yes. And in that website, we have many pages like this. So every page contains client-side script as well as server-side script. Okay. Now, X sending a request to access this website, just like how we are sending request to Facebook, Gmail. So by typing www dot that website name, then what is happening? So what is the original client-side script is there? That is downloading into browser. In client system browser, it is downloading and executes there. Is it clear? But server-side script is not like that. So server-side script executes in web server only. It is not downloading into browser. Okay. Like that, according to the execution location, we are calling the scripts as client-side scripts and server-side scripts. Now, if you take the react.js, react.js is nothing but the client-side script. Okay. Angular, Vue.js, jQuery, Vanilla.js, Backbone.js, Next.js, like that. All these technologies comes under client-side scripting languages. Yes. Yeah, that is the main point of this. So let me open our node. Yeah. Now server-side script executes in web server. So it executes in server only. It is not downloading into the client system. For example, if you implement any logics by using Java, JSP servlets, or ASP.NET, or PHP, or Node.js, so all these technologies comes under server-side scripting languages. Yes, like that, we have two types of scripting languages. First one is client-side script, and second one is server-side script. Is it clear? Yes. So that is the main point of this. Got it? Yeah. So what is React.js? React.js is nothing but a client-side scripting language. So executes in browser. Say for example, this is Facebook website. Right click and go to the view page source. One option is available. You can see this. What the view page source. Now if you right click and select view page source. Now some code is displaying here, right? Yes. And then this code is nothing but the client-side script of Facebook. It is clear. This is the client-side script of Facebook. Like that, any website, if you open Gmail or any website, so what the client-side script they implemented, that script downloading into your browser. You want to see that, right click and choose the view page source. Then you can see the original code of that client-side code of that website. Okay. That is about the basic information. Now, here, what is React.js? I told you, it is nothing but a client-side script. Already that point I mentioned here. So React is library of JavaScript. We are calling as library of JavaScript also. See, JavaScript is very popular client-side script. So which is introduced in 1995. Okay. So in websites, every website, okay. So client-side script is JavaScript only. Server-side script you can use .NET or Java or PHP anything. But in client-side point of view, only one option is there. That is nothing but JavaScript. Or the next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, etc. Okay. So if you take React.js or Angular, all these are the JavaScript related technologies only. Okay. So those technologies implemented based on JavaScript only. So here these technologies providing some simplified coding compared with this JavaScript. That is the benefit. But finally, so every technology is coming under JavaScript. Okay. So here when the code is sending to browser, that time every technology is converting into JavaScript. So that's why what is React.js? It is a library of JavaScript. So library means what is that? Providing some additional functionalities. Library provides some additional functionalities to work with the JavaScript. Is it clear? And also it is providing the simplified logics. That is the main concept of this. Okay. Who implemented React.js? Okay. Mr. Jordan Walkie implemented React.js in the year 2013. Yes. Who implemented this? Jordan Walkie. So he is one of the employees of Facebook company to work with the chat concept of Facebook. Yes, to work with chatting concept of Facebook implemented React.js in which year? 2013. Is it clear? Yes. The main purpose behind this implementation is to work with the chat concept of Facebook. Later, they added more features and released this React.js as open source client-side technology. From then, in every website like Instagram, Apple.com, and Amazon, Flipkart, all these websites contains this React coding. Okay. The initial purpose is to work with the chat concept in Facebook. They implemented this react.js. Later, Facebook released this technology to outsiders, and other programmers also started using this react.js in their projects. Okay. So it belongs to Facebook Corporation. That is the main. Okay. Fine. So now I told you React is client-side script. What we can do with this client-side technologies. Okay. So which type of logics? I told you we are using this client-side scripting languages to develop the websites. Okay. In website development, we are using. In website, which type of concepts we can implement? So those points we are going to discuss now. Okay. So this is very common interview question. Why we are using client-side scripts? Okay. First reason is to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML. Yes. So why we are using this client-side technologies? If we take JavaScript or React or Angular, so what are the reason to use? Yes, first reason to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Is this clear? Yes. To apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Yeah. What is the dynamic functionality? I will discuss with you. So a simple example I will show you. So for your better idea. Okay, don't try to understand this program. Okay, see the result, that's all. I'm creating one simple HTML file. Yes, with name demo.html. Now you can see this is the HTML file which I created. Now in my system, I have some images. One is smile.png, one image is there. Next one orange.jpg. Like that, some images are available in my system. Now in that HTML file, I want to display one image. Okay. So smile.png something. So this image I am displaying. So at the time of designing this page, web page, what this page demo.html, I am displaying this image here. What the source I have given smile.png. Okay. Now let me open this file in browser. So right click on this, open with browser. So it displays image in the browser. Okay. It is loaded into browser and display that image. Now the program is executed and displayed the information, means that result in the browser. Now my question is it static control or dynamic control? That is the main question. Okay. This image, is it static or dynamic? Yes, this is static control. Static means what is that? So properties we cannot change. So what are the properties I have given here, like SRC and width? So those properties are fixed. We can't change once the control is loaded. So in designing time, so I have given some properties to the image. So with these properties, it is loaded. Now it is runtime. Okay, it is runtime. So in runtime, you want to change the source, not possible. Okay. So what is the current source? Smile.png is there. So you want to change the source in this browser, not possible. Or you want to change the width in this browser, not possible. What is the current width we have? 100 pixels. That width also not possible. Like that, we cannot change the properties of controls. Is it clear? Yes, because by default HTML is static. Now you want to convert this HTML as dynamic. Okay. You want to convert this as dynamic. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. So my requirement is, in case if I click on this image, okay, I want to change the source of this image. Then we should use that JavaScript or any other client-side script. So I told you the same point here. So why we are using this client-side scripts to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. By default, HTML is static, so that you want to convert as dynamic. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. Okay. Now see, I will write one statement, then you can understand this. Okay. So now when I click on this, don't try to understand the program, see the result, that's all. Okay. Yes, I have written one statement. Okay, that statement is nothing but right now I'm using JavaScript statement here. Okay. Yes. So I'm performing some operation when I click on the image control. So just I'm using JavaScript. Now refresh. If I click on this, you can see that smiley is changed to orange.jpg. So this is dynamic concept. You want to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. Is it clear? That's the first point, what I discussed with you. To apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Yes. And second point is to validate input controls. Yes. So input controls validation. For example, username is empty or not. Password, retype password, matching or not. So these type of validations you want to provide. Then we are taking the support of these client-side scripting languages. Okay. Third one, to work with Ajax. Ajax is very important concept. Okay, I will discuss what is Ajax and how to work with Ajax. So if you observe here, Google, that search text box is there, that is working based on Ajax. And in share market websites, if you observe here, live shares information displays, that is Ajax concept. Like the different, okay, functionalities were implemented with Ajax. I will discuss it later. So that is one of the reasons to work with client-side scripts. Next one, to execute logics in browser. In browser, you want to execute logics. Then also we are taking the support of these client-side scripts. Like that, these are the main reasons why we are using these client-side scripts. Is it clear? So these are the main reasons. Okay. Yes. Now, definitely in interview, they're asking one question. So here, fourth point, if you observe, if you write any logics in client-side technologies, these logics execute where? In browser, I told you, right? Yes. For example, bank websites, if you observe, in banking websites, EMI calculator is available, right? Yes, EMI calculator. Now, in this EMI calculator, user will enter, okay, so loan amount. Next one, tenure. Okay, so 6 years or 7 years, like that, he will enter the tenure. And after that, he will click on the calculate button. Then we need to display what is EMI for every month. That information we need to display. Yes. So that calculation you can do by using client-side script, as well as we can also use server-side scripts. But what the benefit if you develop, if you implement that logic using client-side script? So benefit is nothing but the script executes where? In browser. Yes, that script executes in browser. So that's why when user click on that button, in his system only that logic is executing. So that's why immediately can see the result. In case if you implement the same logic using server-side scripts, so then when user click on the calculate button, what is happening? Request is going to the server. There it is processing and response is coming back to the browser. For this entire process, it takes some time. That's why In website development, most of the logics were implemented with client-side technologies. So for that, in old days, we used to work with JavaScript, and these days we are using the next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, etc. So that is the concept of this. Okay. So this is the basic information about the client-side script, and some part of introduction I have given. What is React.js? So hope you understand this, right? Yes, yes, Lakshmi, Srinivas, Siva, and others, right? Yeah. So any questions you want to ask from your side, now you can ask me. You can directly unmute your mic and ask the questions, or you can also type in the chat window. Okay. So if you don't have questions, then I will discuss the next part. So anyhow, just I have given introduction. So what are the phases we have in website development? So two phases are there. One is designing phase, another one is coding phase. Designing phase, UI designers, they're creating the user interfaces. User interface is nothing but the screen, like so home page, login page, these type of screens they're implementing. The coding phase, we are implementing the logics. Yes, in coding, we have two types of scriptings. One is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. So client-side script executes where in browser, and server-side script executes in web server. So as a React developer, we are working with the client-side coding. So because React.js is client-side scripting language, not only React.js, JavaScript, okay, jQuery, like there are different types of client-side scriptings we have. So nowadays in companies, they're using React.js. Now, which type of logics we can implement with these client-side scripts? Yes, first one is to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. To apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. The second one is to validate the input controls. Third one is to work with Ajax, and the next one to execute logics, browser logics. Yes, these are the areas we are using here. Okay, now I will discuss how to apply the dynamic functionalities and how to work with the validations, everything we will discuss one by one. So this is the basic information. So what is React of JavaScript to implement client-side logics in website development? In website development, client-side logics we are implementing, as well as if you take Java programmers or .NET programmers, they're writing the logics in server side. To actually, what the reason to write the server-side logics? To create a connection with the database. Mainly, server-side technologies we are using to establish a connection with database. Because website database not available in the client system. For example, if you take Gmail, is Gmail database available in your system? No, it is available in centralized server. To connect with that database, okay, server-side script is required. Like that, in that point of view, so programmers using server-side technologies to connect with the database, to create the sessions, like the different concepts they're using. And client-side program is working with these areas, which we have discussed now. Okay. Yes. So this is about the basic information. Now you can ask me one question. Sir, already JavaScript is there, right? To implement the client-side logics. And this is very popular technology. Okay, JavaScript. Why React they introduced and Angular other technologies? What are the benefits we have in these technologies compared with the JavaScript? So those points we are going to discuss now. And before that, JavaScript and Java both are different techniques. Remember this point. There is no similarity between JavaScript and Java. Is it clear? So original name of JavaScript is LiveScript, implemented by Netscape Corporation. Later, Sun Microsystem adopted that LiveScript, and renamed it as JavaScript. That is the main point. Is it clear? Yes. So that's why don't think Java and JavaScript belongs to same, okay, uh, means technologies, those are similar technologies, okay, and belongs to same organization. Don't think like that. Both are different, okay. Now we are going to discuss what the features we have in this React.js compared with JavaScript, okay. So now here, features of React.js. So definitely in interview, they will ask you, okay, already JavaScript is there to implement the client-side logics in website. Why should we go with that React.js? That question is common question. Is it clear? Why should we go with the React.js? Yes. So now we are discussing the points for this. So here, overview points I will tell you later when I start the programming. I will discuss each and everything in detail. First of all, React supports data binding concept. So what is data binding? A simple diagram I will create. For example, in your website, you want to perform some calculations. So in that point of, we are creating variables. Okay. If you don't know about variables, don't worry. I will explain to you. Okay. So to perform the calculations in the websites, okay, we are creating the variables. Variables we are using to store some values. For example, serial number is equal to 101 variable I created like this. What is that? Serial number is equal to 100. So this variable you want to display on any HTML control like text box or button. So then we are executing some logics, okay, in JavaScript. In that logic, reading the variable and displaying on the text box like this 100. Okay. So you can display on any control, not only text box, heading tag or paragraph somewhere. So like that, so we are executing this logic here to read the variable value and display on the control. Later, this variable is modified from 100 to 200. Then again, you have to execute this logic to get those modifications in this control. Like that, whenever the variable is updating, every time we have to execute this logic to get the updates and display on this control. So that is somewhat hectic process to programmer. Okay, because not only single variable, throughout this programming, we are creating n number of variables. So we want to identify every variable modifications. That is very big task for us. So for that reason, this React.js, not only in React.js, even in Angular also, data binding concept is there. What is the data binding? What is the benefit? So this concept creates a link between the variable, okay, a link between the variable and the control. And what the main role of this link? If the variable is modifying, so it updates that variable value in this control. That is the main purpose of that link. Whenever the variable is modified, so those modifications automatically it is updating on the HTML control. It is clear, means as a programmer, you need not worry about the modifications to display on the output. Okay. So that is data binding concept. So it supports data binding. How to work with this data binding, I will discuss later. Okay. In JavaScript, we don't have this data binding concept. Okay. So only this React, Angular, these technologies supports. Next one supports many validators. In JavaScript, to perform the validation, for example, email format is valid or not, or password retype password matching or not. These type of validations, we have to write the manual logics. But here, number of predefined validators are available. We can directly use. Next one supports single page applications. Yes. It is supporting what? Single page application. Yes. Why this React, Angular, these technologies got popular? One of the reasons is data binding. Another one is single page applications. So what is the single page application? That overview I will tell you. But we are spending around 7 to 8 classes to discuss this single page application. So right now I will give you an overview idea about this. For example, here you are developing one website. Every website contains n number of pages like home, about us, like that n number of pages we are creating, right? So this is home page, assume that. And this is about us, like that. Now X is trying to access our website. X is trying to access our website. When he send the request to the server, then what is happening? That home page is loading into the browser, right? First of all, we are getting one page. After that, in this page, that program displays hyperlinks to open other pages. Yes. So when you click on this about us, then one request is going to the server through internet connection and that page is loading. Like that, if you click on the contact us, again one request is going to the server, right? So every time, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, every time one request is going to the server and that response is loading into the browser. Okay, through internet connection, what is happening from our computer, a request is going to the server. For example, if you take Gmail or Facebook to access the next pages, then what is happening? Flipkart, these websites, what is happening? When you click on, for example, Flipkart is there. If you click on that, okay, mobiles menu, then one request is going to the server and mobile page is loading. If you click on television option, a request is going to the server and the television page is loading. Like that, every time what is happening, one request is going to the server through internet connection. That is the default procedure to access the website. Now they introduce a single page application. What is the benefit of the single page application? Okay, so we are also calling it as a routing concept. So what is the benefit of this? Using this concept, all these pages we are creating as one object. And when user send the first request, enter that object is loading into the user system, means browser, client system browser. So in that browser, all the other pages are downloading directly. Is it clear? If user click on about us, then next time onwards, no need to go to the server because that page is already downloaded here. Directly it is loading from here. Contact us, if we click on the contact us, it is loading from his system only. Because with the first request, and then this object is going to the browser. In that object, all these pages are available. So that's why every time through internet connection, user need not travel to the server to get the page. All the pages at the time of loading the application only downloading into this browser. So it reduces the request on the server and increases the performance of application. That is the main purpose of single page application. Nowadays, many websites, they are using the single page application concept. Okay. If you take big companies, MNC companies, so all companies, they're developing websites using this single page application concept. Okay. So I told you I would take around 8 to 9 classes for this single page application. That time only I will discuss. So how to work with that login concept, logout, and authentication. For example, if user is logged in, then only I want to show the remaining pages. Otherwise, I want to display the error message. You are not logged in. So these all concepts would be covered that time. Okay, very, very important concept. Okay, so not only React.js, even Angular also supports single page application. Angular also supports many validators. Angular also supports data binding. Then what are the differences between this Angular and React? Yes, those differences we will discuss. And next one here supports JSX format. Yeah. So React support JSX format, but not Angular. JSX stands for what? JavaScript XML. What is this JavaScript XML? Nothing is there. We can write the JavaScript code within the HTML script. We can directly write the JavaScript inside the HTML script. And also we can write the HTML inside the JavaScript. Means both we can combine. That is the benefit of JSX. So generally, if you write any HTML code inside the JavaScript, you will get the error. You will get the error. But with the help of JSX, we can combine these two. No need to write logics in one page and design script in another page and call that logics from design script. That old tradition is gone now. So we can combine these two with the help of JSX. That is very big advantage to the programmer. So Angular is not supporting the JSX format. Only React supports the JSX format. Okay. Next one, very important point. React supports virtual DOM concept. Okay. See, in performance point of view, React is a bit faster than Angular because of this virtual DOM. So we have real DOM concept that I will discuss after 4 or 5 sessions. What is DOM, document object model, and how DOM is creating the browser, what are the nodes we have in the DOM, everything we'll discuss. So here, every website working based on DOM only, but React is providing additional DOM, that is virtual DOM. Because of this virtual DOM, the performance is faster than Angular. Okay, so faster means don't expect hours or minutes or seconds. Okay, in milliseconds point of view. For example, if any React page is taking 1 second to load, 1 second to load, Angular takes 3 seconds or 1.5 seconds to load. Okay, the difference also I will show you with the two different programs in both Angular and React in further classes, then you will get more clarity. Okay, so I will explain you in detail about what is virtual DOM later after some concepts has to be covered for this. Okay, then I will show you. Anyhow, remember this point, React is faster because of virtual DOM. Okay, yes. So what is virtual DOM and how it is working, how it is making the application fast, everything we will discuss shortly. Next one here, if you take React, okay. So React Native is one technology to implement mobile apps also. Not only websites, mobile apps also we can use. So by using native support, native we are using to create the mobile screens. In website, we are using HTML. Yes, to create the screens, we are using HTML and client-side coding is React coding. So logics we are implementing with React. Like that, in mobile apps, we are using native code. Okay, instead of HTML, native code we are using, but logic is React only. Means if you know React.js, not only website development, by learning native framework, we can also develop the mobile apps. And what are the mobile apps we developed with React.js? Those are cross mobile apps, means supports any type of mobile phone, Android and iPhone, Microsoft mobile, Windows mobile, etc. So every mobile it supports. That is the benefit of this. Okay. But we don't discuss the native concepts here. Completely website development we are discussing. Okay, not mobile application development. So in future, we want to extend our skills to the mobile development also with the React.js possibilities there. So that time you should simply learn this native. That is additional, okay, package framework. If you learn, you can develop the mobile applications also. Okay. Next one here, React supports Redux. Yeah, very important Redux concept. So in every company, they're asking Redux development. Okay, in interview only, they're directly asking how to work with the Redux, what is Redux, like that. A simple point I'm telling to you right now. After that, we'll develop the programs based on this Redux. I will explain you shopping cart application, in that add to cart option, how to work with add to cart option using Redux, and how to increase the cart icons, okay, that number. So those points we'll discuss. So Redux is state management container. State management means nothing but in website we are having many pages, right? So one page to another page, you want to transfer the data. That time we are taking the support of state management concept. Okay. So for example, here cart page is there and bill page is there. From cart page to bill page, I want to send how many products user selected, that information. So by default in website, it is not possible to transfer the data of one page to another page. So for that state management concept is there. There are some objects we are using like cookies, sessions, etc., etc. These type of objects. So compared with that, Redux is very flexible for us. Okay. So in old days, we used to work with these objects, but these days everyone is using Redux to transfer the data from one page to another page in websites. Okay. So I will explain to you how to work with this Redux. Okay. Next one here, simple coding. In coding point of it is very, very simple for us. Okay. So that is very big advantage. Angular, if you take here, Angular learning is very high. Okay. We need to learn many concepts to work with this Angular, especially TypeScript is required for that. But React is very, very simple coding. Okay, React is very, very simple coding. So those who knows JavaScript, they can simply work with this React.js. So why we have many openings in this React.js, that point I will tell you. So React is JavaScript based. Okay. Yes. So those who knows JavaScript, they can easily increase their skills to React.js. They can upgrade their skills easily using React.js. Already in companies from past few years, many JavaScript programmers are working. Okay. So for them, what is the next technology? React only. That's why they're shifting to React.js. Like that, in many companies, many React.js teams are formed. Okay, if they're looking for the new resource, okay, new employment, so they're taking it with React.js only to work with their existing employees. So that's why we have many openings with this React.js. Angular, if you take, Angular is also good. Okay, that is TypeScript based, not JavaScript. Okay, so that's why to work with this Angular, so they should learn TypeScript. Okay, so due to that reason, most of the JavaScript programmers, they're giving the priority to this React.js. Okay, so very simple coding, JavaScript based coding. Okay, JavaScript based coding. So if you know JavaScript, simply you can upgrade your skills to React.js by learning some packages. That's all. Okay. Yes, it is very, very simple in coding. These are the main features we have in this React.js if we compare with the JavaScript. And also if we compare with Angular, so Angular is not supporting JSX format, and virtual DOM is there in this React.js, but not in Angular. Direct mobile application development is there. For Redux, separate package is there. Even Angular also we are using to connect with the Redux, but the third-party package we are using. React is directly providing the Redux support. That is the main advantage. And JavaScript based coding, simple coding, easy to learn. Okay. So easy to learn, like that. These are more benefits we have in this React. Okay. So this is the basic information I wanted to provide to you. So React.js, is it client-side script or server-side script? Yes, it is completely client-side script. In website development, two types of scriptings we are using. UI developers are working with client-side scripts, and server-side programmers are working with server-side scripts. Is it clear? Like that, these are two types of scriptings we are using. Okay. Yes. We are completely client-side developers. Okay. Yes. So this is the basic information. Now, what is the pattern we are discussing? Okay, we are using here. So first of all, I will start JavaScript concepts here. Because without knowledge in JavaScript, we can't work with the React.js. I think you people may know JavaScript, okay, but that is not sufficient. Advanced JavaScript is required, like closures, hoisting, okay, asynchronous programming, promises, okay, and next one here, event loop, okay, like that. Many concepts are there. Currying in JavaScript, ECMAScript concepts, like that. So first we are covering the JavaScript concepts. After that, I will start React.js. So in React.js, we are discussing components like functional components concept is there, as well as class components. Both components we are discussing here, along with the lifecycle hooks and database connectivity, bootstrap integration, okay, and API service calls, how to call the server-side API services, everything we'll discuss. Means in companies, so in which pattern we are working, everything we are discussing here. Yes, and total core duration is, so 65 days around it will take, okay. So in these 65 days, initial 20 days we're spending with JavaScript. Okay, after that, I will start the React concepts. Okay, yes. So next one here, okay, I will provide you the recording sessions as well as daily notes and programs also I will upload in Google Drive. You can download and access those programs. And every day 1 hour session, 7 to 8. But initial 4 classes, I will take around 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. After that, 1 hour session. Okay, so starting 4 to 5 classes, they're providing demo. Okay, for this demo classes we're spending around 50 minutes like that. Okay, so 7 to 8 is our regular time. Okay. Yes. So this is the pattern which I'm going through. Okay. Now you have any questions from your side, you can ask me. Any doubts, any queries? Hmm? Just what is React.js? That point we discussed. It is client-side script. So we are using React.js to develop the websites. Okay. So that point you should remember. Later we'll discuss each and everything. What is single page application? What is JSX? What is virtual DOM? What is data binding? Everything we'll discuss. Just overview points we discuss. That's all. Okay. So in day one, you can't understand completely. Just in this today's discussion, 30% if you get idea, that is enough. Okay. Yes. So hope you understand, right? Any questions from your side? Chandan, Shiva, Srinivas. You can directly speak with me by unmute your mic, or you can send the message through chat window. No problem. Okay, fine. Then we will drop for today. Tomorrow I will continue. So with the concepts, next concepts. Okay. Yes. See you in tomorrow class. Same link, same time. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Durga.
Yeah, who
Uh,
is
this is Sri Lakshmi. Will
okay.
you teach only advanced version of JavaScript or from the
Complete JavaScript.
basics?
Complete JavaScript.
Okay,
Yeah, complete JavaScript we are discussing. So you can collect
okay.
the course content in DurgaSoft. Okay. So there
Okay.
you can see, or else, okay. In my screen also you want to see, I will share once you can see here.
Yeah, can you please share the details about the React.js session.
You see my screen? Yes, in JavaScript, we are covering all these topics. Declarations, variables, variable types, variable scope functions. Yes, types of functions, anonymous function, arrow function, callbacks, IAFK nested functions. After that, events, dynamic events, and what is let hosting, array functions, and object-oriented programming JavaScript. How many ways we can use to create the object, destructuring, BOM objects, window document history navigator, date object, math object, string object, Ajax promises, promise related functions here. Okay, call, apply, bind, async,
Mm,
await, and object-oriented concepts here, event bubbling, event trickling, event loop, event handling, and event object methods, protocols, stateful protocol, stateless protocol, local storage, session storage, rest spread currying. All these concepts in JavaScript we are covering. After
Yep,
that,
yep.
react.js. These are the
Okay.
react.js concepts we are discussing here. Is
Oh,
it?
good, good.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
So that's
Okay.
why we are taking 65 sessions for this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. You can drop.
Bye.
Thank you.